News out of Manchester that will be music to Manchester City's ears. Pep Guardiola is set to take over from Pellegrini at the end of the season. Just a remarkable piece of news that it'll be fantastic for fans of City, but somewhat devastation, I think, to United fans. I've seen some reactions already on Twitter of United fans asking, why aren't we in the mix? Why did we not try and get Pep Guardiola? What's going to happen for them? But nonetheless, I had said from the very start, I think you had said so as well, this is only where Pep Guardiola was going to go for me.
Right.
There's only one destination.
And philosophically speaking, this makes sense for
Why?
For Pep Guardiola, because Louis van Gaal's philosophy is not, it doesn't seem to work in Manchester United. So
You're right.
Again, Phil, if we're studying nature here, Francis, obviously the right choice was Manchester City. Was there any link to other clubs outside the Premier League, or was it just? It always seemed like it was Premier League. It always seemed like it was going to be Manchester City.
Yeah, he's a very goal-oriented manager. Like, he's already done his stuff in La Liga for Barcelona. Created a great team there. The thing about this is, in retrospect, this means Pellegrini's just Guardiola's fluffer until the end of the season. Just keeps that team alive until Guardiola comes in.
Quickly, grapevine from a Tom Hanks movie that they, of course, Bleacher Report used the faced over, whatever they call that strategy, but it's great. Take a look.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now. Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
The Pellegrini face at the end.
Just devastating.
So I was reading beforehand, doing a little research. I didn't realize Pellegrini has a great resume that he's taken out with him. I'm not sure if he's going to retire. He's like 62, 63 years old. But Pellegrini had the most wins in the Premier League in his first 99 games. Second most wins only to Jose Mourinho.
So
granted, his personnel it was built around a team that should be winning most of the games that they play.
I think that for me, it's a smart move for Manchester City if they want to take it to the next level. They've proven that they can win Premier Leagues. I think they were basically gift-wrapped the Premier League when Liverpool had the demise at the end of the season. They were given that. That should have been Liverpool's trophy. But under Pellegrini, they've been safe. They've got results when they had to, but they're just so inconsistent. They haven't won back-to-back games since October in the Premier League with that squad that they have.
Has anybody besides Leicester won back-to-back games since October?
I agree with that. And when you look at the teams on paper, Manchester City by no means should be struggling to the extent. They should be at the top of the table at the moment. That's just the facts right there. And with Kevin De Bruyne out injured, this is going to be a test to Pellegrini. And we were talking about this a little bit off camera. Okay, he wants to be professional. I'm sure he's got a big wager coming in at the end of the season if he wins the Premier League. But he's still, from what I understand, a human being. He's probably going to be like, oh, this is shit. I'm just going to be out of a job at the end of the season. I'm going to deliver, or try to deliver another trophy, have my bags packed with a nice little bonus out the door.
Where we never sympathize with like managers in any sport and players in any sports, like when you get fired, like the whole world knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, imagine if like, you get fired and like right on Sky Sports Transfer Center, Francis Maxwell fired. Sacked, as you put it. But the only last question I had in terms of Pep Guardiola is he's leaving Bayern.
Yeah.
Which leaves a great club to take over for another manager. Is there any links that we know of yet?
Ancelotti's taking over.
Sick.
Ancelotti's going to take over from Bayern Munich. So, the turnstile at Bayern Munich is not exactly going to be one where people will be worried. You get great managers coming in and going. Like, everyone wants to manage Bayern Munich. I don't think anyone in the world at the moment is as much of a hot commodity as Pep Guardiola. Because you got to think about it in this. Luis Enrique's not going to move. So you don't even want to put him on the transfer. It's like wanting that girl that's with the guy with the 10-inch dong. You're never going to get him. And he's good looking. And he's a football player. And he's ripped.
Right.
So you're never going to get him.
Right.
But
I don't want him.
Pep Guardiola plays the field. You know what I mean? He's attractive. He does the right stuff. He hits all the right buttons. But he's never really locked down.
He's what they would call a world-class stick man.
Yeah,
he's
out there. So the question is now is what's this going to mean for Man City? I think in terms of playing style, all those players, if they keep hold of all them, not seeing anyone would move. But with De Bruyne, Sterling, Aguero, those guys are going to thrive under Guardiola's style of football. I think you're going to see him bringing in a little bit more stability at the back, building more of a structure that can alternate, because you see him at Bayern Munich, he has defenders in there that can switch out. He had Boateng in there, and he built that defence around him, brought in other players, and was very versatile in how he structured his team. Pellegrini has one back four that he needs to play every single weekend, or else they don't look as strong. When you have Otamendi and Mangala in there, they're a mismatch. They don't look as good.
Well, that's why I'm really curious what they're going to do with Otamendi and Mangala when it comes to the summer transfer window, if they keep them, if they go. And regardless, I was going to say that, like, when you watch Bayern play this season, and I'd say last season too, very crafty with how he makes his, not just tactics, but the way, as you mentioned, the back four, that they're always in sync. And that's something that Manchester City needs desperately. Because we know they can score. We know Sterling can get the ball in the back of the net, and Aguero, of course, De Bruyne, all those guys. And we're missing Silva as well. Like, those guys are they're gonna find a way to create chances, always. And they're not going to Cavani themselves out of chances.
Yeah, exactly. The proof is going to be in how they stand up consistently. And the pudding, probably. It will be in the pudding as well. Yep. But how does their consistency line up? So, we want to figure out what the reactions are from over in Manchester. Let's go over there and see how the guys at Blue Moons Rising were reacting to this. Probably the best possible deadline day signing I can imagine for them. So let's take it away, lads.
It's Elliot and Paul outside the Etihad, are you? Well, look, you know why we're here. Pep Guardiola's coming to City. Yes! Come on. We've had a bit of time to reflect on it now, and Pellegrini's done his press conference. And what do we make of it?
I think it's good to talk about Pellegrini first, because we need to say how graceful he's been, how he's been a great servant to the club and will continue to be until he leaves June the 30th. But really graceful. Made it out that he knows what the score is all along. It feels like City have learnt from, you were saying before about Mancini, that was a bit of a mess when...
we all looked a bit... It all looked like it could have been a bit underhand with Mancini, maybe, or there was certainly... He alluded to that, but Pellegrini seems to be being very honest in his press conference. Like you say, the club have been dead honest with him. He's known what's going on for quite a while, which is great, really, because it sort of it puts City fans on side with Pellegrini, which of course the club need because we're still in all competitions. Let's not forget. Oh yeah. And the Pellegrini still needs the fans and the players to be on side as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think the players have known for a while, or?
I think they can't have not known. I mean, don't want to focus on any negatives here, or I'm going to bring one up now. But the stuff, that Yaya Touré's agent came out with about Guardiola's style, and he could win it. Anyone could win. His grandma could win with Barcelona. Yeah. That suggested that he was making way. He knew something. Yeah. But I think the players, they've got to know. Everybody knows about it. If me and you know about it, then the players are going to know. There's going to be chatter, isn't there? So I don't know if it was openly discussed. But
do you think that there's been just the fact that this has happened on transfer deadline day is just awesome. It's been such a quiet transfer deadline day, particularly for City. No business going on at all, really. Yeah. But even across the rest of the Premier League, it's been such a boring transfer deadline day until this announcement, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey! Certainly for City fans, not for anybody else, I don't think.